Most people think patterns are just shapes you cut out and sew together, but professional pattern makers don't just see shapes, they see functional pieces. Every single pattern piece has a job, and once you understand what each piece is doing, you stop copying garments and you start understanding them. Today I'm breaking down the anatomy of a garment, what each pattern piece is actually doing, and why designer clothing looks cleaner, fits better, and feels more intentional. Here is the big idea. A garment is not one pattern. It's a system of pieces working together. This crop jacket has 6 pattern pieces. These pieces here shape the body. This one's here finish it, and this here supports it. Each piece has one job, and when you understand that, you stop being overwhelmed. Every pattern piece in fashion falls into one of 4 jobs: shaping, fitting, supporting, and finishing. And what separates beginner patterns from professional patterns is this. Professionals know which job each piece is doing, and they don't let pieces overlap jobs unnecessarily. Because when everything is trying to do everything, your garment becomes bulky, messy, and hard to control. Let's start with the foundation, the front and the back. These are the core of the entire garment. They establish your silhouette, your proportion, and the base of the fit. If your front and back are wrong, everything else becomes a struggle. Sleeves won't sit, collars won't lie flat, and your garments will twist. This is why professional pattern makers spend so much time getting the foundation clean, because every other piece depends on this. Now let's talk about the shape engine of a pattern, which are darts, princess seams, and panels. These are also called shaping tools. Their job: remove excess fabric and create shape. A dart folds the excess away with shaping concentrated at one point. A princess seam cuts the excess away with shaping distributed along a vertical line. Panels divide the excess with shaping controlled across the entire silhouette. The difference between these 3 is not whether they shape. The difference is how they distribute shaping across the body. Here's a distinction that will immediately level you up. Not every seam is there for shaping. Some seams are style lines. This princess seam is a shaping line. It follows the natural curve from bust to waist. This yoke seam is a style line. It's horizontal and it doesn't follow body curves. Style lines exist for visual design. They guide the eye, they create structure, and they create identity. And the best designer patterns do both. They shape the body and create an intentional aesthetic. This is why designer garments look like a design, not just a random construction. Now let's talk about sleeves. Sleeves are movement engineering. This is what a properly drafted sleeve looks like. Smooth cap, no pulling, and moves with the body. Here is why it works. The sleeve cap must be 1 to 2 inches larger than the armhole to allow rotation. The elbow needs shaping to allow bending without pulling. And the sleeve is pitched slightly forward because your arm hangs forward, not straight down. This is why sleeves are often the first thing that reveals whether a pattern was drafted professionally or not. Because a good sleeve is not just sewn, it's engineered. Now let me show you a pattern piece beginners often overlook. Yokes. Yokes are structural dividers. They change the grain line direction, which adds support across the shoulders. They create clean horizontal style lines, and they make construction easier by dividing the garments into manageable sections. Shirt yokes, dress yokes, same function. They are doing structural work that's easy to miss if you don't know what to look for. Now let's talk about support pieces. Collars are not just decorative. Collars are architecture. The collar stand controls how the collar sits around the neck. It controls the roll, the height, and the shape of the collar. When collars collapse, flip awkwardly, or refuse to sit properly, it's usually not a sewing issue. It's a pattern and structure issue. A well-drafted collar stand is engineered specifically for the neckline curve. That's what makes it sit. And one of the most powerful support tools for the collar is invincible, the interfacing. A collar without interfacing is soft and collapses. A collar with interfacing is crisp and holds shape. Interfacing is what turns fabric into a structured form. So if you've ever wondered why your garments look soft or homemade, even when your stitching is clean, sometimes it's not the sewing, it's the missing support. Designer garments look crisp even when the design is simple because the support structure is built in from the pattern stage. Now let's talk about finishing pieces. Facings are not optional extra pieces. This is a neckline without a facing. It has a raw edge, unstable, and looks unprofessional. This is the same neckline with a proper facing. It's clean, professional, and stable. Facings are what allow you get clean edges without visible stitching. If your neckline is collapsing, rolling outward, or looking bulky, it's usually because the facing was poorly drafted or poorly stabilized. A good facing is clean, a good facing is shaped, and when it's done right, it disappears into your garments. The technique that makes facing disappears into the garment is called understitching. That keeps the facing on the inside of your garments where it belongs. Linings are essentially a second garment inside the garments. Their job is to improve comfort for the wearer, hide internal construction, and help the outer fabric sit smoothly on the body. A lining is not just something inside, it's an internal system. And when linings are drafted properly, the whole garment moves better. The biggest shift that will level you up as a designer is this. Stop seeing patterns as just random shapes. Start seeing them as purposeful elements of a garment. When you look at a garment and you can say, this piece shapes, this piece here fits, this piece here supports, and this piece finishes, you stop guessing and you start drafting with intention. That's the difference between someone who just sews and someone who understands garments. If you want to build the 4 basic blocks that everything in pattern drafting is based on, my full pattern drafting course takes you through this step by step, and it's linked in the description box down below. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.